you're in the Zoom room with me or whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or wherever. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm Linda Goggin, but you can call me Sunny. That's the nickname, and I'm trying to spread some joy and healing to anybody with ears to hear. So if you're not feeling good, if you're feeling low energy, if you're looking for new ideas about how you might be able to feel better, this is a really good place for you. So know that if you're interested in understanding more, you can always reach out to me, and I'll give you my contact information at the end. But let's just start off today. I'm going to talk about how you can get energy. How can we improve your quality of life? There's so many people who are struggling right now. I know when I hit menopause, it was a really big thing for me. My energy just went, it tanked. And I know many other, it's not just the gals, many of us, as we get, something happens, right? There's a trigger, there's a stressor, there's an illness, there's an injury that really takes away our vibrance. And we want to get the vitality back. So that's what we're talking about. And this is part of a longer masterclass that I will usually do. That's about 4 hours, but this is the short version, like how to get rid of symptoms naturally, how you can use your body's wisdom. And that's what we want to do to get better. I have had some experience in trying to help people get better for a long time because I've been a family doctor for a long time. And, I've been able to go to some advanced training that was spurred on because I got sick. And that I consider one of the biggest blessings in my time as a physician was getting sick, to really understand how somebody felt when they had a lot of symptoms, yet they didn't have a clear diagnosis. And I had to find my way out of that. Functional medicine helped me, but the biotech that I'm going to talk about today really helped me even more. It helped me go from feeling okay to feeling very good. All right. So I had a bunch of symptoms, y'all, and I thought I was going to have to quit medicine. I came to a point where I knew that I had to find something else, and nothing in my conventional medicine toolbox was working. And so I needed to do something a little differently. And I was at this crossroads. I'm like, wow, I've been steeped in conventional medicine. Initially I was an ICU nurse before, then curious to learn more, went into medical school, and then became a family doctor. But noticing that I was not getting better with the things I was trying just out of that toolbox, I had to do something different. And this is when I started to look outside the box. And one of the things I learned is low energy. You guys, that is like a red flag being thrown. This is an early morning light. And we have to figure out how we can reverse whatever's causing the low energy, right? There's a long list of things that can cause it. You might be wondering, well, I've tried a lot of things. I followed my doctor's advice. Nothing's working so far. Why is this different? And what I'm going to talk about is a few things you know, and probably a few things you don't know. So we're talking about fast fitness, fast recovery, fast energy. So hopefully this will give you a leg up to be able to do whatever your doctor's telling you to do, or your practitioner or your acupuncturist, so that you can marry integrative and all the good things into you feeling better. So we do want to find the root cause. I didn't totally get this when I was in conventional medicine purely, and that is that my pain relievers, my blood pressure medications, they didn't really get to the root cause. Before I would think, oh, person has hypertension, well, I'm giving them medicine to reverse the hypertension. Isn't that root cause? It's not really. Turns out there are things that trigger our chronic illnesses, and they have to do with inflammation and stressors and exposures on our body, and we have to identify and reverse those. So it might be stealth infections, it might be hormone imbalances, it might be actually like an environmental thing, something you ate, something you breathed in, something in your water that can make us feel bad, and we don't even think about it. We're like, oh, there's a little bit of mold in the windowsill. That's not a big deal, is it? For some people it is, right? So I'm not going to do a class on mold right now, but mold can make people pretty sick. What about your adrenals? This is, more internal organs. Are they balanced? How do you find out how? So I'm going to give you the first bit of general advice is that look for somebody who understands getting to the root cause. And unfortunately, in conventional medicine, we aren't doing that, right? I think conventional doctors are starting to talk more about nutrition. Yay, yay, because nutrition can sometimes reverse root cause. So much starts in our gut. I often find that naturopaths are pretty well versed in trying to get the terrain better, and other holistic, integrative, functional medicine physicians or practitioners probably can help you get to the root a little bit better. So sometimes we're eating food and we're like, why doesn't the food give me energy? It's not converting into energy because there's a block. So you're getting past those blocks, and all these chronic issues, breathing issues, cardiovascular issues, allergies, fibromyalgia, hidden infections, neurological problems, they all have this factor that they share, and that is low energy. So the idea to help them all is root cause resolution. Sometimes, though, when we feel so crummy, we don't even feel good enough to do the stuff that our doc said, to take a walk. Well, if you don't have energy to take a walk, it's hard. And so, of course, you want to remove and identify and remove the triggers. Can be a lot of these things, heavy metals. Unless you check, you don't know. Gut dysfunction is huge for people. And you can't imagine that like having constipation or diarrhea might relate to your energy, but in fact, many gut troubles relate directly to our energy. So we need to fix these. There's a lot of help on the web. And we also need to follow our progress. If you don't follow your progress, it doesn't allow you to see that you're getting better, because nobody remembers how they felt last week, especially when you're using some new types of interventions that I'm going to tell you about. You have to track, like, where I am today with pain, sleep, energy, cognition, so that you know when something changes. So that's a tracking slide. Your body needs the right fuel, the right cofactors for the fuel, call them sparks, supplements. And also we need to crank up the engine, and that can sometimes be biotechnology. Generally speaking, in terms of nutrition, you need to find what works for you. And I have to say, different things work for different people. If I was going to give one big recommendation, I do think the Mediterranean diet has the most research behind it. And that's eating basically clean, organic if possible, pulling out sugar, pulling out the starchy, pulling out processed carbs, and eating around the outside of the grocery store, right? Fruits and vegetables and clean protein. Nuts and seeds and spices, super good. I consider coffee a health food, as is green tea, because they really do turn on younger genes, better genes, less inflammatory genes. And there are a few supplements that can be helpful. For trying to get energy, y'all, B complex. If you're not eating adequate nutrition, B complex is great. There's a few other that are listed on here. You can take a screenshot if you want. In terms of anti-aging, because that's really what I'd like to do now that I'm 57. I'm like, staring down 60, and I want to get stronger as I age. I want to get smarter as I age, and these now are possible. They're possible for me. They're possible for you, and we want to look towards the current research to understand what are the hacks. Let's be biohackers. Let's find out how food affects our sugar. So just a few, you can take a screenshot of these if you want, but if you can cut past the blocks without having to do a lot of extra, because sometimes we just need to, we need a jump start. When your car is out of batteries, it needs a jump start. And that's what we're talking about, ways that we can jump start. And this, I want you to think about what it would be like if you woke up tomorrow and you had energy. What would you do? Who would you go hang out with? What would you plan for your life? How would it change your life to have more energy? So when we talk about fast energy, this is my legs up the wall sequence. This is kind of crazy, y'all. But try it if you're looking for energy in the moment. This is, you lay down on the floor, put your legs up on the wall for 2 minutes, and I want you to total zen out. I want you to relax, breathe for 1 minute. Then slowly pull your legs down off the wall, lay on one side. You're going to jog a little, lay on the other side, jog a little. So 10 seconds, just moving your arms and legs. We're trying to get the blood flowing. And then you're going to go to nice yoga pose on all fours, hands and knees. Do 3 cats, 3 cows. Look them up if you don't know what it is. And then roll up to a Superman pose and make you move, giving yourself a yes. And see what your energy is like before and after this little exercise. Fast fitness, I think the best way for people to move into fitness is walk and a little bit of isometrics. It doesn't have to be a lot. All it has to be is a little more than what you're doing right now. If you're a couch potato, the biggest step you can take in terms of turning on younger genes and feeling better and feeling more energy is actually to take the step of a walk and a little bit of isometrics. You can do this on the couch. That's what's cool about isometrics, is you don't have to go anywhere. The other thing is an exercise snack. When I go into the kitchen now that I've been talking about it so much, this is the first thing I do, no matter what I'm going to the kitchen for. I'm like dancing and wiggling around, I'm stretching, I'm getting the blood flowing until it tingles. And that doesn't mean it can be, for some people, just moving a little bit will create the tingles in your skin. That's an exercise snack. You can trade it for a food snack if you go in the kitchen and you're not really hungry for food. Maybe you're hungry for an exercise snack. Home isometrics, as I mentioned, I think is a valuable way to start to get your energy up and get your strength up. We want to get stronger, smarter, sharper as we age. And this is possible for everybody. So all you guys, I'm going to put a link to my isometric workout in the description just for you guys. And so now I want to talk about the biotech aspect. How can we move things faster, beyond, an exercise snack? And that is with light. When I was working as a family doctor, I had a patient bring me something that made their symptoms get better, and they felt a lot more energized. They felt like a different person. And at that time, I had foot troubles, things that were keeping me from exercising at all. And of course, as a functional medicine doctor, I sit there and I tell people to exercise every day, right? And so I felt guilty about it. I'm like, well, maybe I could try it. I mean, it is obviously not going to hurt me because it's light. And I tried it, and it really helped. And the reason that it helped, after I tried it and it helped, I'm like, oh, I've got to wrap my brain around how this could be making me feel better, right? I started to dive into the research, and the research is clear. This is where medicine is heading. Medicine is heading into light, energy, and current, and these will be the new therapeutics. But right now, what we have access to is, you can go to a chiropractor and use a big old expensive lamp that they had to train to do, or you can use something a little bit different. Not everybody has the money. These are thousands of dollars or the training to use something like that. But when I was in this place where really I felt betrayed by my body, I don't know if you guys, have you felt that way? Ever felt like, why, when I'm doing all the right things, am I not sleeping? Why is this cut not healing? Why is my shoulder still hurting? And that's where I was. And part of it was that I was losing some of my ability to heal, because natural aging process removes certain kind of cells that we need to heal. When we think of, in our body, we have cells that have already become like muscles and bone and skin. And then we have baby cells that are kind of fix-it cells that can become whatever kind of tissue you need, universal cells. They're your fix-it cells. You need more of those, and they go down, down, down with every year. And when my friend brought me this sticker, they said, these are going to help the universal cells. They're going to wake them up. So you're going to start to feel better, have more energy. Those symptoms will get better. And at first I was like, well, how can it possibly be? Because it is a really simple intervention, but this helps optimize the energy flow. It's based on light. And so then the big question is, have you been patched in? That's what it looks like. It's a little sticker. And you see I've got one on right here. And it is a LifeWave X39 sticker, and that's or a patch. And this is revolutionizing people's wellness. We're taking them to the next level. And everybody, y'all are looking at it going, well, there's no light there. How does it work? And it works because we put out a little bit of light. And when you put the patch on, it reflects back a little bit of light. It interacts with your body, and it helps to regulate the energy flow and start to turn on good things in your body. And many people will say, well, there's a placebo effect. 20 to 30% of pills will have a placebo effect. And isn't this just placebo? Because you're putting it on your skin. Well, fortunately, there have been studies with dummy patches and real patches showing that it truly does what we say it does. And when you look at animals, there's not a placebo effect in animals. And this is a dramatic change in this horse after 6 months of use of wearing the anti-inflammatory patch. A big change in the horse's coat, you see that, and a big change in the heat map of the horse. So this is the guy that made it all happen, David Schmidt. Love this guy. He's a visionary. He's trying to heal the world. He's trying to heal the planet. Very heart-centered, and he is an inventor. And he is still going. He's still inventing new things. So the LifeWave company is growing and expanding into a wellness tech, wellness for the world tech company. So the patches are incredible, and I can't wait to see where we're going. But when I don't feel good, I don't reach for over-the-counter medications anymore. I reach for a patch because they help me feel better by making my body, tapping into my body's wisdom, letting my body do the healing. And that is what happens when you combine light with your body's wisdom. And so with the X39, the LifeWave X39 patch is one I wear every day. Better energy, better strength, stamina. There's no medications, nothing in the patch. It is just light. So there's no drugs or stimulants. And we see people optimizing their sports performance and dramatic changes in health, in their overall health and well-being. I want to show you a few pictures. Now, these people are not putting on, not having a new skincare regimen. This is from putting a patch on the back of their neck. That's where you wear it. 12 hours on, 12 hours off. And I like to call it the LifeWave glow. These people look dramatically different in my eyes as a family doctor. If I saw them, one person, you look at the befores, the afters look healthier, more vibrant, more alive. They've got the LifeWave glow. And this is after 1 year of using the patch, which I think is really incredible. This is a bruise that someone got after angiogram, full arm bruise on the left after 3 days in the middle and after 5 days. You see around that patch, there is not a bruise. The doctor said this is going to take 3 to 4 weeks to get better. This is a scar after 1 year is in the middle, after 1 year after the surgery, and then 1 month after using the X39 patch is on the right. This person I know is happy about their improvement in their overall health. Sometimes when you start to regulate energy in the body, things can happen that you may not expect. So we want everybody to take before and after pictures if possible. These are available all over the world, which I don't, in all kinds of languages, which makes it easy to share with your friends in Europe, share with your friends in South America, all over the world. And these are unique products. They're patented. There's nothing else like them. And so they're supported by science. And as a family doc, I feel really like that is important for me, that I am suggesting things that are coming out of the new science. And I love that. I have to mention that this is a great opportunity. Right now, this kind of technology is on the cutting edge of moving people's health and wellness to the next level. And if you like to help people feel better and you're interested in making some money, we would love to talk to you. Get with the person who asked you to watch this video so that they can tell you a little bit about the amazing opportunity. How do you get them? Okay, I know you're wondering, how much do they cost? Well, retail is $5 a day for an X39 patch that is going to change your life. I don't suggest people pay retail price because you can pay $3.33 a day, the wholesale price, as either a preferred customer or a brand partner. And brand partners are able to share with others and create commissions. So this is when you want to reach out to the person who asked you to watch this video and find out what their link is so that they can share with you how to purchase it. I usually say wearing these for about 3 months, or at least 3 months, to truly see what kind of change you're going to have, and make sure you track it. The tracking is so important because you might be waiting for like your elbow to get better, and the universal cells, those fixed cells, they're going to something like an internal organ. So you want to track multiple measures of how you're feeling so you can see what gets better. So this is a really exciting time that this is available to people, and I hope that this has been a helpful presentation for you. And I do want the best for your health. And so may you all have a beautiful, beautiful day. And I'm going to say goodbye to my streamers and then talk to my folks in